to get two ladies to start working and get it going, because they can communicate with the ladies a lot more and convince them to get out and get that running in before the guys would do it. So I knew it could happen.
Leslie and I went to Henry Coombs last year because we enjoyed the guys and looked like a lot of fun. So he said, just get a bunch of girls together and put it together and you guys can play next year. So we did that.
And we got to pick, the people that picking the people that we did play with, people that played before us or a little after us, and then went on to knowing some of the mechanic arts people and getting them involved.
Us girls been trying to do this for years, but we just couldn't get it to work. We just couldn't get it to work. Us mechanic arts girls were asking to do this when the guys started.
Being that Central's right in the community and we still live in the community, there's still a lot of people that we graduated with still in town and around, and wasn't too hard to get in touch with a lot of Central players.
What I don't like now is none of them are here to play with us. You know what I'm saying? None of the girls that we played against back then are playing with us. We're playing with girls that are much younger than us, but we still have a good time.
I know that mechanics, because their alumni is much older, they didn't have a lot, of players left. And so for other schools to get involved, they were allowed to play with mechanics to build a team. And so they had people from Como Park, Highland Park, all over. So they're the all-star team.
The girls we're playing with now, we never played with. So we're just, the only time we played with them was at last year's alumni.
They see that we're playing hard, we're trying our hardest, we're keeping up with them most of the time. So I'm hoping that they see it as an encouragement to put more into the sport, or looking up to the older women as doing something positive.
It was rough on us old girls. But I had to try to get a little bit better shape this year for them. But it was rough. It was rough, but we enjoyed it. We really did.
We had people right after the game saying they wanted to play, and all through the year saying they wanted to play. And then when it was time to get serious, a lot of those people didn't step up. But there was some that stuck with it and kept in touch and made sure they showed up for practice.
Oh, I think we taught them a little bit of something last year. They didn't think we could hang with them, but we can. I try to stay up with them, but I don't have the energy I used to, but I give them a run for their money.
To see how much she runs is what I hope to be running when I get her age.
With basketball, football, we pretty much was the best teams. So, you know what I'm saying? And we were right in the same community. So, that made us, I guess, compete against each other.
I learned that there's a lot of good players out there still. A lot of mechanics had a lot of league players.
They have made the sports grow because we want to send a message to some of the younger generation that before the 90s and the 80s, they was playing back in the 70s.
Chuck Taylors, they're probably about 3 millimeters thin. No arch support, no ankle support. They had Nike then too, but the shoes are made a lot better now.
Well, for ninth graders, we borrowed uniforms from another school, Wilson. And then from 10th grade, we got the regular, hand-me-downs from the other team.
Our girls wore the same outfit for track, same outfit for basketball. The only thing is we had different cheerleading uniforms, but as far as the uniforms, we had the same thing.
10th grade on, it was reversible uniforms, turn it in for home games and out for the away games.
Well, I don't think that material ripped. They made sure that it was really good material. It wasn't gonna rip, trust me.
Girls are more advanced in playing. They play like boys. I'm not gonna say even back when I was in high school, even watching my mom, or not watching her, I'm sorry, listening to my mom talk about when she played basketball, they only had one bounce and that was it.
under the basket shots. So we may have 1 or 2 girls that could shoot distant, but we're more under the basket. So, and a lot of defense. That's what our coaches always, you know, made us practice on.
The kids today have a better chance. They got their names on, some of them got their names on the back, or we had a number on the front but not on the back of our shirt.
The women play a lot more aggressive, a lot more competitive, and they can do some moves.
Man, if I had the opportunity that they got today, I might be with the Sparks or something, you know what I'm saying? Because they got a lot of support nowadays. We didn't have that back when we were coming up. We didn't have parents coming to our games and watching our games like the young kids got their parents really into their sports now. We didn't have that. We didn't have coaches really pushing us like the coaches are doing now.
We want them to be encouraged to put more effort into the game than just it being playtime.
Everyone's ready to come back and watch us play. People that aren't even old enough to be alumni can't wait to be alumni.
We're looking for another win, but mainly we're just looking for it to be a better turnout, a bigger turnout, more kids to come and see what we're trying to do for the community, to come out and to see that we don't have to fight and shoot and all that other stuff to have a good time. We can just come out, play ball, have fun, and whoever wins, wins, whoever loses, loses, and we still end up friends at the end.
We want to be able to just make it more than just a basketball game. We want to make it a community effort.